Hello, Vitania here from the Hobbyist on the Road. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet irregular lace for your Irish crochet project. All you need to know is how to crochet chain, single crochet and double crochet, and of course a slip stitch. Now, when you take an Irish lace project and once you have attached your motifs to your work station, and remember the motifs are attached upside down, so you're crocheting looking at the wrong side of your work. Then you can start anywhere that you like. So let's say here I started actually in the middle and I finished one side already, and now I'll be starting in the middle again and going the other side. So I'll just attach my work. Let's start from here. Now it can be a bit fiddly, so be patient. A lot of first timers, they don't realize how fiddly this part is, the part of crocheting the lace. People think that, oh, I used to think that on my first project, I thought that the biggest job was actually crocheting all the little motifs, but it turned out that lace is the most challenging part of it. Not so much technically, but it's just that you need quite a bit of patience to finish it. So let's start. So I pulled through once, just leave that end of the yarn hanging. And I'll, because I'm crocheting a choker and it's a very fine, I want to have a very fine lace. So my lace will be, kind of with small holes. So I'll chain 3 to start with. 1, 2, 3. Now that first one can be a bit, because it's quite loose. Now double crochet into the space here and through the previous chain. Single chain. You see, I've got a nice little space. So I'll do another, let's say for this next one, I'll do just chain 2. Yes. And now double crochet to attach the edge of the sleeve. Right, so I've got 2 spaces, one smaller, one larger. Now, like as I said, it's irregular lace, so it's fine. You see, some of my spaces are smaller, some of them are larger, and that's the effect I want to achieve. I don't want any regular lace, so I'll do a small one here as well. Now, when I am crocheting the lace and when I'm attaching the motifs, I'm making sure that I go to the edge of the motif. Let's say I'll attach my lace here rather than, for example, somewhere here. This is because I don't want the edges of my motif to start poking out, kind of on the finished project. They might just, how shall I put it, sort of, they might say, let's say if you fold your item or, from wearing, your edges might start standing up, rather than lying neatly, on the lace. And then you might have to go around with a needle and attach those edges, and you don't want extra work. So now let's say I can see there's very little space between this motif and my lace here, so I'll just chain 1 and I'll attach with a single crochet this little button. See, so constantly you are basically crocheting and seeing where you will attach your lace next. Right, so I'll chain 1, 2, 3, and I'll attach my lace here. I'll double crochet, go through that chain, right? I've got another little space. Now have some pins next to you, because you will want to attach that lace as you go along, because you want some tension. You want to see, you see how there is some tension in the lace, because you see, if you don't attach your lace, you won't exactly know how big your spaces are. So you just want to have a proper idea. Right, I'll chain 2, I think, here. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah, and I'll attach this one to the edge of, to the top of the sleeve, right? This time I attached with a single crochet, because that would create a nice space here. So you're constantly sort of in a creative, there is no right or wrong way to do it, which is a great thing. You know, it's a very forgiving way of crocheting in many ways. But certainly you need to, for each space, you kind of need to see where it will look better and with how many crochet. So I'll attach this to the edge of the leaf here. So I double crochet here. 1, right, this chain 1, and attach this little chain with a pin. Now when it comes to the edges, because you know it's a free form crochet, so you see, let's say this edge is coming out from my model, you know, of the collar, but this is only a small thing, so I won't be worried too much, because when I'm finished with the lace, I will be, you know, finalizing the edges with a separate basically just single crochet and a little picot, you know, so that way I will even out the edges. But say, for example, I can crochet, let's say, a very small one here, and do, as you can see, it's quite a slow process. So really don't, you know, don't be too hard on yourself if you haven't achieved a huge amount in 1 hour or 2 hours or one day. You know, you can't rush this. So, you know, you have to give yourself time for this part of the project. Right, now I'll be going back this way. As I said, it really depends on what is more convenient for you. You can turn your work around, you can, you know, you can go that direction and come back here. It just really doesn't matter. It's whatever way it's easier for you to work. So I've chained 2 here. I'll chain 1 more and I will come back. Actually, now I want to turn my work because it will be easier. Right. Okay. Okay. So I think it's unraveled. My chain unravels. So chain 1 more and I'll chain 1 more. And now double crochet into this chain, into the middle of the previous chain. Right. And again I'll crochet 1, 2, let's say 3. I'll do 3. Unpin this one. Maybe put this pin here. And I'll single crochet here to attach to the edge again of the motif. Attach the lace here. Oops. Right, I have to move the pin. It's in my way. Now, one mistake I have made here, and of course at this stage I'm not going to correct this. Actually the best thing to do is, anyway for me, is to attach these motifs. When you're happy with your design, attach these motifs with a thread, needle and thread. Just take any, you know, contrasting color thread and just stitch them onto your workspace, because this is simply because these, you see here, I attach them with my little pins. And the trouble is, when I'm crocheting these pins, sometimes they come out and the work can start moving. So it was a bit of laziness on my part, really, but like I always attach my motifs. When I'm happy with the design, I attach my motifs with a needle and thread. And next time I'm gonna do that as well. Too late for this time, so let's continue. So I'll just, gosh, what's happening here? Attaching with a single crochet. Just continue here. Make sure I do another stitch here on the other side, so that the motif is attached on all sides, on both sides, and when I turn the work around and start wearing it, that it doesn't sort of come off it on at one side. It's just basically you can easily rectify it with a needle and a thread, but why would you want to do it? So just do it right the first time. A single crochet here on the edge of the motif. Right. Very soon you'll be able to turn the work around, unpin it from your top, turn the work around and admire the beautiful lace that you've created. So this was Vitania from the Hobbyist on the Road, and I hope you enjoy crocheting this lace.